Waiting for the reaction of the champion candidate Arsenal. When they beat Man United in the previous round, Arsenal showed all the reasons they can win the Premier League this season: poise and composure at key moments. It was a performance with the hallmarks of a champion. But last night, against Everton at Goodison Park, their next game, Arsenal showed a couple of reasons why they could lose the title. Arsenal simply couldn't beat Everton, who are only 19th in the table and have just changed their generals, and let James Tarkowski score from a set piece, leaving them with a 0-1 defeat in A. In the past 2 weeks, experts have unanimously declared that Arsenal is capable of reaching the top of the Premier League this season. After the failure at Goodison Park, perhaps many will call this the beginning of the end. Time will tell, as the season still has a long way to go. Winning the Premier League is never easy, and as coach Mikel Arteta said, this will not be a road of roses. Now, the most important thing to come is how Arsenal will react after their unbeaten run has been halted. Arsenal have been excellent this season, but they are not infallible. Against Everton, the Gunners lost both tactically and psychologically. For most of the season, left-back Oleksandr Zinchenko's ability to play in the middle as a central midfielder has given Arsenal a complete makeover. This tactic helped Arsenal's midfield increase to 4 men, creating a continuous superiority in personnel compared to the opponents. Many people say that Arsenal cheated with Zinchenko, but Sean Dyche, the new captain of Everton, has found a perfect solution by deploying a trio of aggressive ball-winning players, while also arranging the Toffees to play. Followed a narrow system to slow Arsenal's progress in the midfield. Everything worked fine. Dyche's approach hampered Arsenal's rotation to such an extent that Arteta had to make an unusual change, as he withdrew both Thomas Partey and Martin Odegaard in the second half. Partey still started despite suffering a minor rib injury, but even so, it was surprising to see 2 of Arsenal's most important pillars have to leave the field soon. Their replacements, rookies Jorginho and Fabio Vieira, struggled to cope with the physically strong midfield in Everton's approach. This is one of the few times Arsenal really misses striker Gabriel Jesus, who is sidelined due to injury. Eddie Nketiah has played very well as a striker instead of Jesus, but the ability to go deep and help build the play of the young English striker is clearly not as effective as the former Man City striker. Arsenal had to change tactics, but were unable to do so against Everton. The tight midfield means that the space will often open up on the flanks. In the first half, Gabriel Martinelli had many active spaces on the left side. However, Arsenal's passing ability is not as excellent as usual. And when Martinelli had the ball, he was often in a 1-on-2 situation with the opponent. That depends on Arsenal's decision-making ability on the pitch, and this is what concerns Arteta most. When asked if the Gunners had enough emotional composure against Everton, the Spaniard insisted, no. In the last 10 to 15 minutes, especially after making changes, we were starting to enjoy a lot of set pieces, but too many rash decisions were made. That's exactly what Everton wanted: slow the game down, prolong everything. We didn't play good between lines. Goodison Park is really dangerous for Arsenal and coach Arteta. He has lost all 3 matches here since leading the Gunners. Theoretically, Arsenal is clearly superior to Everton. On the field, they tried to show it but failed. When Arsenal were trying to find an equalizer in the last minutes, Zinchenko rushed into a scuffle with striker Neil Maupay. After the final whistle sounded, Arteta had to pull Zinchenko, avoiding him to rush to quarrel with the opponent. After 2 consecutive losses in all competitions, this is clearly the time to need cool heads. That is the attitude Arteta wants to show in his post-match press conference, when he avoids harsh criticism of his players. I want the team to know how much I love them. I love them now more than 3 hours ago, a week ago, a month ago, 3 months ago. It's very easy to be around the players when they win and play well. These are the moments where I love my players and staff more, and we will be together. This road will be full of difficulties, challenges, there will be rocks. Big in the middle, and we have to get through that. Now we have to prepare well with emotional spirit to beat Brentford on Saturday, said Arteta. Arteta said he loves his team more than a month ago. But how much will he love them in May? Arteta's men will decide whether the loss to Everton will turn out to be a big hit, or a crucial slip in the race to the Premier League title this season.